So welcome everyone to our very first Marketing Matters webinar series. We're going to be doing this with Landmark Title every single week for the who knows unforeseeable future. Things are always changing, but what we are wanting is we are wanting to help you change your business in a positive way during these times. So these webinars are designed to give you little snippets of how you can enhance your business marketing through the techniques that we're going to go ahead and go over in these webinars with our business development managers. So today I am joined by Mary Van Elsing. She is a Landmark business development manager. She functions mainly around the Biltmore area, but as you may know with Landmark Title, we have agents across the valley at all 6 of our offices. So Mary, she works with a plethora of agents across the valley, although specializing in the Biltmore area. Mary, would you like to just give a little more introduction about yourself and your business before we get going today?
All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining. I do work out of the Biltmore area, and I do have agents across the valley. And with the way that technology is working, it's a lot easier to work with people all over the place. So a little bit about myself. I've been in the industry, real estate industry, since 2006. And one of the things that I've really noticed as a trend with all successful top producing agents that I've met is that they have a very strong referral-based business. Like they're not out there burning and churning, chasing new leads all the time. They've created a very strong system for their sphere, their past clients, where they're getting repeat referral business. And that is why I focus so much on working with agents to create that foundation for their business.
Awesome. And Mary, what are we gonna cover today?
Today, we are going to talk about pop-bys. So some of you may know what a pop-by is, and a lot of the times when I mention it, people are like, what is a pop-by? So
not Popeye's chicken. That's the one I get the most.
Not Popeye the Sailor Man either. If you want to the next slide. So what are pop-bys was what we're going to talk about today is a little bit about what pop-bys are, the what, when, why, how, and who, right? So what and why, what are pop-bys? Pop-bys are, next slide. It's basically the quickest and most effective way I've seen to generate referrals for your business. It is a little gift. If you want to go to the next slide. It's popping by their client's home or office with small gift appreciation from time to time. And it leaves them with a really strong impression of you that is very favorable. Like if you think about getting a little birthday, Starbucks card or anything like that, you absolutely remember those little gifts and who they came from. So it really has a tendency to deepen your relationships, keeping you top of mind for a long time. Like I know that certain pop-by gifts might end up being in their kitchen drawer or on their counter for extended periods of time. And it's just a reminder to them of you and what you do, and creates that when one thinks of real estate, they think of your name. So you're top of mind. So what do you do, pop-bys? So we will create little gifts, and who do you do them for? You do them for past clients, right? People that you have closed transactions with. Okay, next. I don't know what these on the slides. So people people you conversation with about purchasing a home, or maybe they're sure that may turn into a potential buyer down the road. Top referring clients. So these are people that, even non-clients send you referrals. We call those our advocates, right? Anytime real estate comes up, they throw their name out there. And those are definitely people that you want to be giving that level of care to. And your referral partner. The times I've noticed that forget, people refer us business, right? Like other business, like maybe your hairdresser or a financial planner, an attorney, or an estate planner that you have a relationship that has the potential to do business. also vice versa, you bring them business, those make sure you're staying aligned to them as well. And that,
Right.
I think,
And you always, always, always want to reward people that are giving you referrals and giving you business. Like those people, you know, if you treat them right, and it doesn't have to be much, just a little something, but if you treat them right, you keep them thinking about you at top of mind, they're going to do it again.
Yeah, I have a little tip at the end that kind of works around the psychology on that. So that is, yes, that is absolutely important. But what about, you know, local businesses? I kind of touched on this already. Attorneys, financiers, hairdressers, anyone that you do business with or that you like going to business. You know, if there's a local taco shop that you love to visit, that'd be someplace that you go, you know, oh, it says my internet connection's unstable. Hopefully it let me know if I start cutting. But any other local businesses as well. So
hey, Mary, that taco shop idea, that is a referral and local business partner I could definitely get down with.
There's a
Love
whole
that
new
idea.
strategy we have around that we could talk about on another webinar. You just
Let's taco about it.
All right. Let's talk about it later. So we're going to talk a little bit about when to do pop-bys, because now you know who you're going to pop by and you know why you're going to pop by, and you want to know now when. So some really great ideas that I work with people on is holidays. So there's also another that you can do in there, because it does take a lot of time to do pop-bys, right? So holidays are a great time to do what we call a reverse pop-by. So we have done similar where, you know, agents will buy pallets of pies from Costco because they're super cheap and they're like the best pies around, right? And they'll plan a day where clients actually pop by their office to pick up their pie between certain hours. So that kind of maximizes time, and that reverse pop by holidays are a perfect time for that. Odd holidays. So I suggest doing something when people are not going to expect it. That has you standing out a little bit more than you already do. So popping by on something like Groundhog's Day, National Ice Cream Day. I think there's a leap year was one that we just tagged for. Could be a really cute pop by idea. So on an odd holiday, you know, like around Thanksgiving and the holiday season, we get tons of cards, gifts, and they all, I mean, kind of, you know, blend together, right? I usually will have a ton of Christmas cards just open, set it on the counter, open on the counter. And it's not that those things aren't great. None of those specifically sticks out to me, unless it has like $100 gift card in it, right? I'm just kidding. Another great idea is you could do your seasonal pop-bys. So maybe you do a quarterly buy. You give them a little bit that kind of signifies winter, you know, seasons, right? And so those are put together. Time to do pop-bys. And another tip that I have is just to out for the year. It's going to take a little bit to get used to something like this, but you know, maybe even planning them out for the first few months. But once you kind of really get into the swing of things, putting them on your calendar year really allows you to plan, allows you to pick, you know, here's the what you do, and you're not just to throw it together, because we all know when we're like, oh, that's a great idea, I'm going to implement it, and you don't schedule it. A lot of the times we get busy with showings, clients coming in, you know, we're doing whatever we're doing in the business, and the things that were nice ideas tend to fall off, right? So schedule them out. The bottom of the slide, a couple of really cool ideas that with someone, and these are all really inexpensive items, and put a great cellophane bag over it and a bow, and
Yeah, Mary, I love your tip for scheduling them out for the year too, and that is a hard thing, because we get so busy, and we have great intentions with our marketing, but sometimes we do kind of fall off the wagon. But that is where the title reps can come in, because we are amazing accountability partners.
absolutely.
So that's really, that right there, that scheduling. Not only, you know, can we provide so much for the ideas and materials and whatnot, but really what we can also help with is that accountability and making sure that, hey, if you said that you wanted to do them seasonally, guess what? It's a new season. You know, we're ready to do the pop-bys again. So relying on your industry partners for something like this is incredibly valuable, because accountability that's one of our strong suits.
Yeah, and the other thing about working with your marketing person is also just like coming up with the ideas. Like, we've been out this for a long time. We've got a ton of different ideas. We've got the resources, knowing where to get things, you know, for the least amount of money, and that are still beautiful and great to give as gifts. And why not lean on someone for that part of your business who has the experience, who's that often, so you're doing what you do best, right? So having them scheduled, and a lot of the times when we were together in person, I would do pop-by making parties with some of my other referral partners as well. So, you know, we gather all the supplies, you come and we make pop-bys together. It's always more fun to do together. And another thing I've found those pop-by get-togethers is there's a lot of brainstorming that occurs in those meetings.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of times.
The pop-by part. So, yeah. Go ahead, Sarah.
Yeah, a lot of times when your hands are busy and you're just kind of going through the motions, but you have your partners there, that is sometimes when the best brainstorming does seem to occur.
Absolutely. So another doing them is don't overthink it. I know a lot of the times we overthink things, but the truth, having a gift, no matter what the gift is. And so keeping it simple. And like I mentioned earlier, work with your title rep, you know, to say, hey, I want to do a, give me some ideas. Right? I mean, I've sent people on where to buy their pop-bys off Amazon. The dollar store is a great resource for bulk items. You know, if you're going to be bringing items in bulk, you get a great deal. You can just order it online at the store. That's where I find a lot of my best items is at the dollar store or Amazon. So keep it simple. That's going to make your life a lot easier.
Yes, yes. And these beautiful cards that you've kind of seen throughout the presentation, those were designed in-house and printed in-house at Landmark Title. So
you can even,
like I said, the resources that you know we have at Landmark to help you with these are something you're really going to want to reach out to your reps to help you with during this process.
Yes, I agree with that. These tags take it up a notch, right? I mean, if you use a little card, it comes on cardstock, you get a nice little tag like this versus printing it on paper. It just takes that, it just looks professional, so much more thought and energy has gone into it.
Yeah.
So
and actually
recommend.
Yeah, I've got some of these that I just keep on my desk. These are some of the ones that I've done. I should have shown the back, but these are actually personally branded to the agents as well. So there's so many options, but you're going to want to get in touch with your title rep to find out what option and what ideas are going to work best for your business.
Yes.
So,
okay. So we're going to just cover a few, we're doing really good on time, right? So we're going to cover tips. I talk really fast sometimes. I'm trying to slow it down. What do you deliver? Is there some Q&A? Are we waiting on Q&A stuff?
We're good. We're good. I got it, Mary. You keep on doing your thing.
So we're going to go over a few pop-by tips. Here's another card that's kind of a cute card. Qualify your database. So I have had agents that have been popping by people several times and not gotten referrals. And one of the very important things that I facilitate the Brian Buffini course is that you really want to qualify who you're popping by, right? And that could be as simple as, hey, if you get a real estate referral, do you have an agent that you already would send them to, you know? And that easy can qualify you. You want to know that you're popping by the right people and maximizing your time, energy, and dollars just by making sure that they are willing to consider you for a real estate referral. Doing bigger pop-bys for your A+ clients. So, you know, maybe a bigger basket where you pick your handful of A+, and by A+, these are the people that have done repeat business with you. They're like your advocates. Anytime real estate comes up, they're like busting down people's door, right? They hear someone say real estate at a table next door, and they're handing over your card, right? So those are your A+ clients. Those you maybe want to put together a little bit more extensive basket for them, or something really special for them. There's a lot of other ideas that we can do for your A+ client, but this is a great tip, is just maybe spicing it up a little bit for their baskets to really show that appreciation. And then here's where we were talking about rewarding the behavior of a referral, thanking them before the referral turns into a deal. I know that so many times I've heard out there that people will get a referral and then they send a thank you when that referral turns into a closed deal. Well, we're looking at maybe a few months down the road, right? Especially right now. And so with the psychology of rewarding that behavior is send them a quick gift card, $5 gift card, or a pop-by or something special. The minute that you hang up the phone with them, write them a handwritten note, something that rewards them and triggers that center in their brain of, I got rewarded for simply giving her a name. I want to do that more. And so that's really where you're rewarding the behavior of giving the referral. Because a lot of the times, a few months down the road, they get a thank you card. They don't even remember what it's for. And maybe that deal doesn't turn into something. You don't only reward them if it turns into something. You want to reward them sending you a referral, period, right? So that's another tip that I've learned that has been really helpful for a lot of people.
Yes. And for the agents, just make sure that your reward is within compliance with ADRE. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. So if you have any questions, consult your broker, not us.
There you go. Thank you for the legal disclaimer. But yeah, something simple as a handwritten thank you card, or buy them a cup of coffee, something that is rewarding to them in that part of their brain that says, ooh, I did good. I got a gold star,
Yes.
That's a little bit.
And you can never go wrong with spending time with them.
Exactly.
It's a nice one.
Another great tip that I've heard a lot of people have success with is dropping it off at their work. And I don't know how this is going to work right now with what's going on, but this is a great idea you can implement once things are a little bit back to normal. Pop by and saying, hey, I'm in the area. Do you think you could, I could meet you up front at the desk and drop something off for you? That is like great publicity. First off, like, whose real estate agent pops by to give them a gift at their work? People are going to be wondering, who is that person? They're going to ask, who is that? Like, who dropped you off a gift, right? Oh, that's my realtor. Wow, I didn't know realtors did things like that. So that's a bit of free publicity with the coworkers. And honestly, they just feel special, right? That you took the time, took the effort. The bottom line is, all of this has to be coming from a true desire to do it, and not just, it is about getting referrals, but it is about this true desire to just really treat your clients and your referral partners that extra.
Yeah. And they're fun. Honestly, if you've never done them before and you're like, this looks like a lot of work, this doesn't, I'm not sure, I'm not creative. Like I said, there's so many components that can be helped with, but honestly, once you start kind of doing them, they end up being really, really fun. You get excited to come up with new creative ideas, to go get the materials, to drop them off. And then, especially if you have repeat clients that you are dropping them off to, they will start anticipating this. They will start getting excited about what you're dropping off to them this month, to the point where they look forward to it in anticipation. And then they even start sharing. It's almost kind of comical how little things from the dollar store get people super excited, because it's not only that you're giving them something, it's not only that you've thought about them, but a lot of times they're just so creative that people really look forward to seeing what's coming next from you.
Yeah. And also those tags really add to that, right? The creativity of a simple pop-by. It's just a really clever little saying that's cute, or it could be whatever you want, but that really adds to the gift, right? And so another tip that I have is keep some in your car. Keep some, of course, heat resistant, right? Maybe like the ice cream scoops or something, but keep a few in your car, because how many times have you been driving out there and going, oh, I sold a house in this neighborhood? That's a past client, right? what a perfect opportunity to just swing by and drop one off and say hi, or, you know, drop it off and call them later, whatever it is right now that you're doing. But yeah, definitely keep some with you. Always be ready to, you know, maybe you're meeting with a new potential client. Hand them a Popeye along with your presentation, you know, and that'll go a long ways.
Goes a long way.
And then the other tip right now is we're turning Popeyes into drop-bys. We talked about that, right, Sarah? So
yes,
dropping it off at the door, you know, because we really don't want to offend people right now. And there are going to be times when maybe you schedule a day for your Popeyes and you don't have time to stop and chat with everyone. You could drop it off at their door. And then another thing is just, it's a couple different touches, because you take a picture of it, you text it to them, letting them know that you dropped it off for them. So now they've got that like anticipation, but you've also touched twice in a day, right? You've texted them a photo, and they're going to be looking for that when they come. So, or like Valerie says, yeah, video text better, right? The video's going, video is where it's at.
Yes, love videos.
So
we have, we're gonna have time for questions here in a few minutes, but I want to, before we get into the questions, so be formulating what's in your mind for questions, everyone. But I do want to touch base on some of the amazing classes, training, CEs that we have coming up with Landmark Title that you have the opportunity to participate in. This one particularly I know is near and dear to you, Mary, so I'm going to let you talk a little bit about this one, and then we'll go through some of the other classes that we have coming up.
Okay, the reason I'm excited about this is just from the classes that I've facilitated, I've watched so many businesses transform. I've had everything from new agents to seasoned agents to agents that took a Buffini course in the past, and watched every businesses grow over this 9-week course. The thing that I'm really excited about as I'm putting a class right now is they're currently knocking the price down from $395 to $195. I've never that low, and that they do all the materials that you need to go through the entire course with us for 10 weeks. Facilitating. We do not have a date yet, so when I get a couple more participants, we're all going to kind of talk about a date and a time that works for you. It's a meeting over Zoom, 2 hours a week. You know, on one day, 2 hours, and then we have all of our action stuff. So yeah, coming up. I just don't have a start date yet. I'm really excited about it. You got cute little hands popping up.
I know. I'm like, oh, in a minute.
So if you are interested in that at all, let me know, and then I'll get some more information to you.
Yes, so many of our reps at Landmark Title all have this Buffini training. So there's going to be some really amazing things coming up that we'll be able to offer through Landmark Title. And so, you know, if you work with Mary, please reach out to her. If you work with another one of our reps and you're interested in a program like this, I'm telling you, there's some big things in the works this fall with us. So if you have any questions about Buffini training, please let us know, and we will get you going and, you know, watch and help your business flourish. So other things that we have coming up this month, later in this week on Friday, we have a Google Ads for Realtors coming up. This is going to be the low investment of only $5. So if you are interested in Google My Business, running the Google Ads, please let us know. We'll get you the link to get registered and to do the payment and everything. This is important. You know, the digital era is here and we're living in it. So you want to make sure that your business is going to be available through Google searches and whatnot. So then we've got a few CE classes coming up. This one is a solar with Tara. So this is going to be next week, a week from tomorrow. So if you would like to attend, this one is also the low cost of only $10. I love these online CE classes. I know it seems daunting to sit there for 3 hours and do a CE class, but I'm telling you, it's not that bad. If you haven't done it yet, take this time and do these classes. And then Mary has one coming up. Mary, do you want to talk a little bit about this one?
Oh yeah, basically everything is happening on Facebook and e-advertising now. So I thought it would be great to bring a class about the laws around that. So if you'd like to join that, that one is also $10 and is happening on the 19th of August.
Mm-hmm. Low cost. And then if the solar class on the 18th date does not work for you, we have 9 days later, we have another CE class with solar. So multiple opportunities to work it into your schedule. You know, these CE classes, you do have to have 3 hours where you are in front of your camera. So we love having the options for you at Landmark Title to help you get these credits. Also, if there's any credits that you need, please reach out to your reps. We are very, very happy to find an instructor to set up these things. So, and you'll be surprised, you know, when one person speaks out and says, I need this, everybody else comes out of the woodworks and says, oh my gosh, I need this too. So please, if you need any of these credits, let us know. We're here to help you. And last but certainly not least, questions about what we went over. Pop-bys are a very, very simple technique. They do take a little bit of time. They do take a little bit of planning, but if this is something that you're interested in, we are here to help you. I'm serious. Like Mary the other day, when she did her video, she held up these pop-by cards, and what, you probably had 30 different cards in your hand.
There's quite a few.
There's a lot. There's a lot. I mean, I could see all of the different ones. So fall is an amazing time to really launch a pop-by campaign as well, because there's so many ideas. It's such a great time. It really is a time of giving. So it works so well with your marketing strategies to start implementing these tools. And like I said, we're here to help. This is not something that you have to go into alone. So if there are no further questions, I think we pretty much covered everything. So if you do have any questions that you don't want to ask on the webinar either, please reach out to us, reach out to, like I said, to your reps. Next week's classes, we have, I think and Beth is reminding me, next week's class, Beth is going to be hosting it with us. It's going to be on personal branding, digital personal branding. So this is going to be really, really good. You are going to want to attend next week. The good news is this is a reoccurring webinar. So if you've registered, you should, in theory, we'll see, get the same registration link next week. So you should be able to use the same registration link. You'll get a reminder next week as well. So you will not want to miss out. Next week's same time, same place, obviously, we're on Zoom, at 10 a.m. where we go over digital personal branding, as I think is what we're coining it. So once again, I would just love to thank everyone for being on today. Special thank you to Mary. If you do have any marketing ideas that you would like us to cover on here as well, this is a partnership. It goes both ways. We're not just talking at you, we're building with you. So please reach out to us at Landmark Title. Once again, I would like to thank all of the Landmark Title business development managers. You will see them featured week after week on here. So I'm very excited to be able to feature y'all and to just help with these marketing ideas. So thank you to Mary, to Patty, to Michael, to Beth, to Becky, and to Melinda. Please reach out to your title reps, and we'll see you next week.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.